going to learn about Kapalabhati, also known as shining skull. Kapala literally means head or skull, and bhati actually means shining. So being put together, Kapalabhati means the shining skull. Kapalabhati is known as one of the pranayama techniques in yoga practice, but if you want to take a look at it closely and in detail, actually Kapalabhati is categorized as cleansing technique as per the Hatha Yoga tradition. It says cleansing because all of our thought processes are happening right here in the frontal lobe of our brain. And when you practice Kapalabhati, it helps you to cleanse your thoughts. Kapalabhati is also known as hyperventilation technique because normally in 1 minute we are breathing about 15 to 16 counts. But during the Kapalabhati practice, you might be breathing about 120 times per minute. The benefit of Kapalabhati is to increase metabolism, helps to remove fat in the abdominal area, increases the lung capacity, stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, and it helps to clear the air passages, and it helps to remove impurities from our lungs. It's related to pollution. So nowadays, especially, there's so many pollutions, not only on the road outside, but also in our house, because without realizing, we tend to use some chemical products to clean our house. And when we inhale those chemical products, the small particles will be inhaled through our nose, and then it's going to block the small sacs in our lungs. And the only way to clean those blocked small sacs in our lungs is through the Kapalabhati practice. All the yogis who are sitting a lot, practicing their meditation practice, using this Kapalabhati cleansing as cardio exercise. Because when you practice the Kapalabhati, you're going to be using a lot of your abdominal muscles, and you might feel some muscle pain right after the practice of Kapalabhati. So when you're spending your time sitting a lot, especially nowadays in front of your computer, you can use this Kapalabhati technique for your cardio practice to increase your heart rate. And during the Kapalabhati practice, the oxygen level will increase and the CO2 level, the carbon dioxide, will decrease. So that's why you might feel some slight dizziness or lightheadedness, because when your carbon dioxide level decreases, the blood vessel will constrict. And when that happens, when you feel dizzy during this practice, you can take 1 to 5 minutes to stop the breath work and to breathe normally until you feel okay again to continue with the practice. The practice of Kapalabhati also helps you to purify the nadis in the bodies. That's why we do this as cleansing techniques before the practice of pranayama. The practice of Kapalabhati also helps to re-energize your body and mind. So if you're feeling super demotivated, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling lazy, and you want to increase that feeling of life inside of you, practice Kapalabhati. This cleansing is also very good for those who are suffering from depression and anxiety. But be careful if you're having a history of panic attack, to be sure to practice Kapalabhati under the guidance of the yoga expert, because this is the practice of hyperventilation. And when you're having panic attack, you're having hyperventilations. I didn't say that you cannot practice Kapalabhati if you're suffering from panic attack, but I suggest you to practice Kapalabhati under the guidance of a yogic expert who knows how to perform Kapalabhati safely. And not to forget to mention, there's so many contraindications for these cleansing techniques. If you had surgery like abdominal surgery, heart surgery, brain surgery, I suggest you to refrain from practicing Kapalabhati until you are fully recovered. Also, refrain from practicing Kapalabhati during menstruation, or if you have hernia, ulcer, if you have hyperacidity, if you have hypertension, if you had the history of heart strokes or heart attack or any lung conditions or other heart conditions in the body. So again, please practice carefully, practice safely under a guidance of a yogic expert. And now, I'm going to show you the techniques of performing this cleansing. First of all, it's very important to find a comfortable seated position of your choice. If sitting on the floor is a little bit too much for you, you can of course sit on your chair. As long as you can keep your spine upright and straight, and make sure that the head is located right above your heart, and then your shoulders are in line with your pelvis. There are so many mudras that you can do, but for this Kapalabhati, I like to place my hands, palms turning down, and then just allowing my hands to be close to my knees to support my spine to stay upright. So in Kapalabhati, you want to do it slowly and increase the speed as you feel more comfortable with your technique. In Kapalabhati, we're going to activate our exhalation instead of our inhalation. So unlike in Ujjayi breathing, when we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, in Kapalabhati, we want to make sure that the inhalation is part of our natural breathing techniques, and then we're going to emphasize more in the exhalation. I like to clean my nose first before I begin because there's a lot of gunk and mucus in the nose. So grab a piece of tissue and then clean your nose first. And when this is all sorted out, you can come back into your position, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Before we perform our Kapalabhati, I suggest you to relax your entire body, keeping your chest open. Begin by taking a deep inhalation through the nose and exhale. Relax the jaws, relax your shoulders, and begin again. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. You see my belly expands like a pregnant woman. And then as I'm exhaling, I'm going to expel the air out of my nostrils as if I'm having mosquitoes stuck in my nose. Exhale. As you can see, I'm sucking my abdominal inward as I'm exhaling. And then again, inhale. You see my belly expands and exhale. Okay, once more, inhale. And then come back to your long and natural deep breathing. So that was very simple. So I was inhaling deeply, and as I'm exhaling, I'm expelling, I'm imagining that I'm expelling the mosquitoes out of my nose as I suck my belly inward. Okay, so let's try again. First, relax, rolling the shoulders back, and just coming back again into your long, natural deep breath. 3 times inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Begin. Exhale. Try to keep your facial muscles relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. There is no need to squeeze your shoulders up or to move your face. Just keep your entire body relaxed. And maybe you notice that when I breathe the Kapalabhati cleansing, I start slowly and then I'm able to shorten the pace, and then I'm going to be able to breathe faster, okay? So you can do this like maybe the first time 3 rounds, and then the second time 10 rounds, and maybe as you become more comfortable with this cleansing, you can do up to 200 rounds at once. So if you do 200 rounds at once, that's probably going to take you about 3 minutes max for the entire breath work. So I'm going to do this again. So let's do 10 rounds together. I'm going to count for all of us. Begin with 3 big inhalation and exhalation first. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And when you're ready, the second round, another 10. Begin with an inhalation. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. One more round of 10 counts. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Please practice every day and increase your rounds, like I mentioned earlier, up to 200 counts. And I think 200 counts is good enough if you reach that counts to practice about 3 minutes daily of Kapalabhati before your pranayama. So if you have any questions, doubts, or anything that comes on your mind after you watch this video, you can always reach out to me and ask those questions, and I hope I can help to answer your questions. Thank you so much for practicing. Hari Om.